What would you do if your wife came back from a trip and showed you pictures that shattered everything you thought you knew about your marriage? Kate, 24 years old, texted me, 26 years old, from our bedroom and said that she has something she wants to talk about. She just got back from her Washington trip 2 days ago, and she has been acting a little strange. She has been avoiding me and spending a lot of time in our bedroom during the day, which is not typical for her. I figure something happened while she was on her trip, but I have no idea what. I walked into the room and shut the door. She had a little bit of fear in her eyes and she was holding her phone. I sat down and asked, "What is going on?" She said nothing. She just handed me her phone and looked down at her hands, twiddling her fingers in her lap. I looked at the phone. It was a picture, taken selfie style. Kate was on her knees with no clothes on. A man's body was visible. She had her head turned sideways, looking directly into the camera, smiling with a man's private part partially in her mouth. My heart started beating fast. I was half shocked and did not know what to say. But at the same time, I was also half excited and wanted to be with her right there and then. I looked at her and she was looking at me, searching for a response in my expression. We stared for a second, then I leaned forward and kissed her. She kissed back briefly and then pushed me away. She said, "Hang on, there is more." She swiped the phone and another picture appeared. In this picture, Kate was lying on her back, looking just past the camera, which I am assuming the man from the last picture was holding. One leg was up and slightly to the side. The other was straight. Her private area was clearly visible. It was unmistakably wet and her thighs were shining. I guessed she had just been kissed and touched there. She swiped again. This was another selfie-style picture. Kate was red-faced and the picture was blurry. It looked like she was on her stomach, face down into a pillow, and she was being intimate from behind. The man's face was somewhat hidden, but I could see he was middle-aged, bald, fit but with an average body type. I was feeling a mixture of jealousy and anger. I was extremely tense. She swiped again, another selfie. She was sitting up at the end of the bed without any clothes on. Her face and chest were red, her legs were open, and so much evidence was dripping out of her. There was already a small pool on the bed, and a steady stream still coming. Kate was still staring at me, waiting for me to say something. I turned the phone off and set it on the bed. She looked at me and I looked back. Kate broke the silence. So I was unfaithful with a man in Washington. Those pictures were from the first time. I went back 2 more times. We met on a beach while he was playing volleyball and I was walking on the beach while the boys were napping with my mother. The ball got thrown close to where I was and I picked it up. He ran up to me without a shirt. I gave him the ball and he smiled and asked my name. I told him and he asked if he could buy me a drink later as thanks for almost getting hit by the ball and for returning it. I was uneasy but said yes and he took my phone number. I moved over next to her on the bed, one arm around her and the other hand on my own leg, trying to control my emotions. She followed my lead, pulled her pants off but left her underwear on and sat across me. She pulled my clothes down and continued talking, her voice becoming more confident. Later that night, he texted me and asked if I still wanted to meet. Honestly, I had showered and gotten ready without even thinking about it. She continued. We met up and he was very kind and everything was very normal at first, until we locked eyes and the tension was so strong. I asked him if he wanted to be with me. He was a little surprised, but he said yes. He paid the check and we went out to his car. We went to his apartment and, well, you know the rest. Kate pulled her underwear to the side and continued talking while reliving the experience. She said, "I have been texting him for the last few days talking about meeting up again. I told him that I am married but that you might be interested in this too. He said to ask you if you would be open to the 3 of us meeting together. And he said that he would be on the next plane. What do you think? If you were in my place, what would you do after hearing this? Forgive her and everything or agree to what she is asking? Share your opinion."